Good evening and welcome. This is coming from Cambridge in Hobe Sound, Florida, where all the residents are all good looking and the fish are all oversized. It is, it didn't work. This is the Sell Your Own Product on Amazon for Income and Lifestyle show. And I'm your host, Terry Shire, and we'll get this over here. I'm sorry. Now this is not working again. I'm having trouble with my central processor. It's just not doing what it should do. And there it goes. So there we're getting there to the beach. Either there or the boat, that's where I wanted to be. But I apologize for that. I'm going to have to see what's going on because it's been doing it for the last few weeks. For some reason, between that opening slide with Cambridge, there's supposed to be a what they call a logo zing. It comes out and gets all kind of stars and all kind of funky stuff and says, sell your own product on Amazon for income and lifestyle. But that's all right. You'll just have to wait to see it some other time. Sorry about that. Anyway, welcome to tonight's show. This is the Sell Your Own Product on Amazon for Income and Lifestyle show. I'm your host, Terry Shire, Amazon Private Label Coach. And tonight we're really going to talk about something that's really dear to me because it's selling products online. I know that seems kind of generic, I guess you want to call it, or something like that, but it's really an important subject, especially if you're new to this. If you've already got your set and you've got 6 or 7 private label products in there or something like this, probably might not be too much of interest to you, but yet it might, because there's other ways out there. And as you know, I'm a private label coach, but I do wholesale. I used to do a lot of arbitrage. I still do some online arbitrage and all that in different ways. And I do some affiliate marketing and that because I believe in multiple streams of income. I don't think you should go one way or not. But anyway, before we get into that, like I say, we're going to be talking about selling products online. But before we get into that, I'm going to go to the sponsor screen. Hope it works. It does work. And so just tell you a little bit about the sponsor of our program tonight is the course, Sell Your Own Product on Amazon for Income and Lifestyle. And what can I tell you about it? I keep saying I'm going to change it, and I don't. It's up to about 56 videos now. And it's a lifetime access course. It's not one of these courses where you listen to somebody for 6 weeks or 8 weeks and then the course is over. It's not. The reason why, because in those 6 or 8 weeks, Amazon could change their mind a lot. And so that's the reason we don't put a limit on the matter of fact, I had an email this morning from one of the very first persons that was ever on the course, and that asked me a question, and probably 3 years from now, years ago, that he went through the course. And it's okay. That's what it's all about. And that's for. And a lot of the people in the course have become good friends with them, and we chat and call back and forth all the time. And that's what's fun about it, is making fun friends with, especially people that are like-minded. It's people that kind of know exactly what you do, because they think kind of on the same path and all that, and that's what's fun. So without further ado, that's what the course is all about. Tell you right now, the day you enroll, you're going to get my email address and my cell phone number, so you can call me, and a lot of them do. I just got a call just a few minutes ago, and what can I say? That's it. And I told him I couldn't really talk right now because I'm just getting ready to sign on, but that's the way it goes. And I'm glad. And that's what you're, when you join the course, that's what you're getting. You're getting access to me. And I try to be as open as I possibly can. If I got somebody else on the line, I can't really talk to you. I'll tell you, I'll call you back, or we'll work something out or something. But that's what the course is all about. The course is there. You can do the course by yourself and never have to talk to me if you want. And the course is built that way, or you can get a hold of me and we'll go through step by step. It can. That's what it's all about. Each and every one of us is different. And it's impossible to build a course that would probably go through. So that's the way I've designed the course the way I am. I gladly talk with you, go through each step to I say, get it. That's not really what I want. Till you understand it, and then we go on to the next step and the next step, where you can go through it, probably do everything yourself. Some people can, some people can't. That's the way the course is. Is it a catch-all course? No. But I think it's one of the best courses out there and best designed, because you can do it at your own pace, or do whatever you want. So with that being said, that's what we talk about. So let's go back over here to the beach. Yes, okay, it's going to work. I don't know why now it's working, and before it wasn't. I'm going to just a minute see if I can get the logo sing. Just so you can watch it. Hold on a minute. I don't know if there it is. All right, look at that. See, that's a red. Sell your own product on Amazon for income and lifestyle. Privatelabelselling.com. And I've got the thing saying I'm using too much power here. I don't quite understand it. Now, see, now the beach won't come back on. We used all that power, and I don't. I've got 14 megas of RAM in here, but I'm not a computer wizard, and so I don't get it. So let's go over here. We're going to get ready to do. There we go. And most of the night we're going to spend right here anyway. This is the PowerPoint for tonight. That we usually do a PowerPoint, and then afterwards, if well, I can put the chat up. No, I won't put it up there because I really can't see it. Once I start in the PowerPoint, the problem is I can't see the chat, so I can't answer any questions as you go on or anything like that. So when we get done with the PowerPoint, we will turn the chat on, and then I'll be glad to answer questions you've got. And so bear with us when we're going, because what we're talking about tonight is selling products online. So let's go right here. Okay, so there's all different kinds of selling products online. There's arbitrage. Now, arbitrage is probably been since the beginning of time, since Adam and Eve. There's been arbitrage, because Cain and Abel got in a fight over vegetables or meat, and and so that's how the one Cain killed Abel. But and that was actually kind of the beginning of arbitrage. So I had a good friend of mine who he's passed away quite a number of years ago now, but he was a good friend of mine back in Illinois. We had it, and he always tells about that when he was right around 17, 18, like that, trying to make up his mind what he wanted to do and everything like that, that he talked to his dad, and he said that he really wanted to be a trader. He kind of liked to travel around and trade things and all that. And that was a regular occupation back then, and so his dad said, well, if that's what you want to do, the best thing to do is you need to pet it. So he had a gunny sack laying there. So he picked up the gunny sack, went over to the chicken house, and he got a hen and he got a rooster, and he put him in that gunny sack. And then he gave it to his son, Dick, and said, now here's a pair of chickens. Now, I don't want you to come back home until you've got a team of horses. That's how you learn to sell, is just to get out there and do it, and that's what he did. He'd take the chickens and you go travel around from house to house back in those days, or town to town and all that. And you'd have these pair of chickens, and maybe you traded it for a piglet or something like that. And maybe the piglet you traded the next place for a lamb or something. Yeah, my wife got that. Okay, that's what I thought. And so that's arbitrage. So and that was back then, but that's how long it's been around. So what are we talking about today? Well, there's Amazon to eBay, Walmart to Amazon, and I could have gone on with the kinds of things, but let's take Amazon to eBay. I hope you do that. And this goes vice way. It could be eBay to Amazon. It doesn't have to be Amazon to eBay, but I'm going to explain it Amazon to eBay, that there's a lot of prices, a lot of products that sell on Amazon for a lot more than what they sell on eBay. It's just a fact of life. You can go over and start going through it and look, and you'll see what I'm saying. So why not sell the product on Amazon, pay for it on eBay, and have it shipped to your Amazon customer? You can do the same thing, Amazon to eBay. I do that all the time. Any product that I've got that's listed on Amazon, I guarantee of mine is going to be listed on eBay. Why? Because when I sell it on eBay, all I have to do, eBay sends me a little notice that says sales ship now. And I take it, it's got the name, address, everything I sold on that, take it to Amazon where my product is, click on the manage inventory, click on the product, and then create a fulfillment order and send that product to my eBay customer. Amazon loves it, eBay loves it, Terry loves it. You know, it's real simple. It's not that hard. It's not that earth shaking. It's the same way going the other way. You know, like I say, I'll list products on Amazon that I know that I can buy a lot cheaper on eBay. When I get a notice from Amazon that it's time to sell, ship now, I'll go over to eBay. And this is something, I don't know, eBay, and especially in the last few years, a lot of eBay sellers are offering their merchandise shipping through with free shipping. Why? Because of Amazon's Prime. You know, it just plain and simply. They didn't do it before Prime started taking over, but 2-3 years ago when they started doing it. And the majority of your good eBay merchants now ship free. So what do? You say you sell the product and go over to eBay and purchase it for less, free shipping, and ship it to your Amazon customer. That's called arbitrage, folks. You can do the same thing with Walmart to Amazon. You can do the same thing with Walmart to eBay, and any of those things. Walmart to Shopify, wherever you want, but it's called arbitrage. And is there anything wrong with that? No. Does it make you money? Yes. Is it really hands-free? No, because it's not that crucial. I mean, but what happens is when Amazon sells you sends you a thing, says sell ship now, they want it shipped within a certain time. And so you got to be sure that whoever you picked out is going to be able to sell it to. And most of them will. But I'm going to tell you right now, there's some places over on eBay and some of those other shops that they won't send it out within the 2 days or whatever you want it. So you have to be cognizant of that and be aware of that. But that's just one way of selling online. And you can do that. You know, if you're selling you don't have to be elaborate. If you just want to make a little money, you know, you go, and if you get 10 orders a day, and if you're only making, say you're only making $10 a day on each one of those orders, that's $100 a day. That's $700 a week, you know, and it takes you about 15, 20 minutes, probably a day, to do the bookwork and make sure everything's right. You just have to keep your system and make sure everything gets sold, gets shipped. And then you got to put it into the Amazon system, how you shipped it, and the tracking number. It's really simple, folks, but that's one type of selling online. So types of selling online. Well, wholesale. So wholesale is, let me tell you right now, if you're interested in doing wholesale, and I should have put a link up there and I didn't. I've got a good friend, and matter of fact, I took his course. He's a good friend of mine. His name is Todd Lammy. And if you want to know about doing wholesale, I couldn't do anything but more highly recommend that you go and see him and take his course. It's fantastic. Todd is a really top-notch, honest guy that will teach you what you need to know, keep you straight. And I can't say much else about that, but I don't mean it like a discount. I can't say that's the highest compliment I can give anybody. He's an honest man, and he'll treat you right. So, but if you're, look him up. I didn't put the link on there. I did. If you're interested, drop me a line, and I'll get his email address and the link to his course so you can check it out. So anyway, wholesale is one way of talking selling online. What's it? Matter of fact, when you get into private label, you're gonna pretty much learn a lot about wholesale, because the basis of private label is wholesale. It's just that simple. So with wholesale, you go out and you find somebody that's willing to sell you a wholesale product. A product wholesale. In other words, a wholesaler. just like the guy down here at the convenience store, if he decides he wants to sell a certain brand of snacks or something like that, he'll call up the distributor or the wholesaler for that, and they'll come around and stock our shelves. Well, you're doing the same thing with your Amazon store. You're finding a wholesaler, and you talk to the wholesaler and say, hey, I really think your product are compatible with my product line, and I'd like to sell your products. And the wholesaler says, sure. So you fill out the papers and you get everything in the financial stuff settled away and all that, and you're off. You start selling their products, and you sell them on Amazon or eBay, Well, and that works out real good, and you can make some good money at that. But the problem with wholesale, as you all I'm sure know, is there's a lot of what I call Amazon pirates out there. There are people who go around and they're just looking on Amazon for stuff that sells good, and they'll look up wholesalers and find out where they can buy it and come on, and they'll jump on your listing. So you either got two things. You can either go to fight for the bottom, which is ridiculous, or you can share it and go on. And that's what I usually do. I'm not you can set those the repricers, or what you want to call it. I think they're terrible. I wouldn't use them. I don't recommend them, but I know a lot of people do, and a lot of people lose a lot of money because of them, because they just automatically set your price lower and lower and lower unless you set it right till you're losing money, and the other guy's losing money, which is ludicrous. I would rather share the buy box, and make half the product than to fight the guy and both of us lose money. It's ridiculous. But that's just me, and that's wholesale. And we're not going to get into real deep on any of this stuff tonight because, like I say, if you want to learn wholesale, I got a friend, Todd Lamb. He does a great job like that. So let's go on. Types of selling online. Okay. Now, this one you're probably not going to find on too many of Amazon places, but affiliate marketing. Those that know me know that I've done affiliate marketing for about 20 years now. Matter of fact, before I ever did Amazon, I did affiliate marketing. Affiliate marketing is nothing more. You agree to sell another person's product for 1% of the product. And that's all it is. How do you do it? Well, if you have websites that, like I say, if you've got a website on, I'll take one of my old websites, Health Food Guide. Yeah, we can take Health Food Guide. And if you've got a brand of health food or a line of smoothies or something like that, this guy does. And so you say, hey, all right, I want to sell or recommend your product on my Health Food Guide site. So, and he'll say, well, okay, so I will give you 15% of whatever you sell. So you get a tracking ID. And so anybody that comes on that guy's site from your site and buys his product, he gives you 15% of the sales price. And that's you can make a lot of money. You can make a lot of good money on that. You can make a little bit, depends on what you want. I still to this day have a lot of affiliate money that I have coming in, and that just goes to my PayPal account. And it's always kind of nice. I get a note from PayPal that's saying somebody deposited $100 or $150 in my PayPal account, which is kind of nice. I appreciate it. I like it. And so what can I tell you about it? There's a couple of different ways for PayPal is paid by click. In other words, if you've got a site and say it's a health food site or something like that, and you've got a product picture there of a beauty cream or a vitamin or something like that, and the person clicks on that and goes to the other side and they buy the product, you get a percent. Usually they're anywhere from 8 to 15%. Very seldom do you get more, but then you can, if you get into information products, sometimes you can make as much as 50%. And so if you're selling a $5,000 product, if 50% of that's $2,500, that's not a bad day's work. If you get one every day, it'd be all right, but usually it doesn't work out that way. But you know what I said, you get enough of these going and everything, there's nothing wrong with it. Then there's paid by action. A lot of this, or something that like an insurance, if you have an insurance site or a page about insurance or something like that, and you put an ad up there for auto insurance or something like that. Somebody clicks on it, goes to the person's website, they give them their email address and maybe the type of automobile they've got or something like that. That's what's called a cost click per action. And so CPA, you get that, and so you get paid. Here again, you're going to get paid same thing, 8 to 15%. So sometimes the cost per click is better than the cost per action sometimes, but then a lot of times the cost per action will pay you more of a bigger amount. So sometimes the cost per click, you only get maybe a buck or buck and a half a click. Sometimes a lot even less than that, 75, 85 cents. And some of the real easy ones, you get 25, but they all add up and this is not, I'm not going to really get into affiliate marketing that much tonight. If you want to know that much, contact me and I'll be glad to tell you. There's part of it in the course. We'll go with there. So what can I tell you? And by the way, I want to put this offervault.com. If you want to see what I'm talking about, just click that or go on over. It's offervault.com. That's not an affiliate link or anything like that. It's offervault.com. Go over there, and at the top right, you put in a product. Say that you're interested in promoting a certain product. You put it in, and all of a sudden, it's going to bring you all the different offers that deal with that subject. Say if it's a skin cream or something like that, you'll get all kind. You'll probably be 25, 30 different offers for that type of product. It will not only give the offer, how much it's paying, which affiliate network that you have to join to get the thing. And you can go over to that affiliate network, you fill out some papers or something like that, join the affiliate network, and then they'll give you the link to that offer, and you put that on your page, or you do a movie or Google Hangout or anything like that for that, and you put it out there, and you start driving traffic to that website or that offer, and when they click on it, you get paid. It's not a bad way to live, folks. Can't tell you, it's like that. So, but I'm not going to but like I say, if you just want to check it out and see if there's some offers there that you would like, go over. It's offervault.com, and like I say, in the top there, just put the product or type of product you're thinking about, and it'll bring you all the affiliate link. There's quite a few other sites that are like this, but that's the best one, easiest one to use, I think. And so go check it out. You might like affiliate marketing. I do it probably every day a little bit, work on this, work on that. So types of online we're getting into private label selling. Now, hold on a minute. Private label selling is what we're all about. Private label selling just takes wholesaling one more area, because what you do is you take a product, you make that product better, you package that product, put your own label on it, you send it to Amazon, list it on Amazon, only your own listing, and it's your baby. And if you do it right, we teach you how to jump over the reviews and all that, get the reviews, you're going to be doing good. But if you pick a product that you're going to duplicate, you're going to make that product better, but that product has got 300, 400 reviews, then you've got a big problem there, because you're going to have to overcome those reviews on Amazon. And it's not bad. That's why we teach you to pick products that don't have that many reviews, so you can jump it over. Because usually what you do is to get reviews, you a lot of times have to be honest with you, a lot of times you have to give the product away or give it almost a 75% discount, to get reviews. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's every company in the world that I know of does it, or does something similar like that when they come out with a new product. It's just that's just a fact of life. When you come out about a new product, nobody knows it. You've got to do extraordinary stuff to get that product to be noticed and to get those reviews in there. Once you get the reviews in there and you get that action going, it's a pyramid type thing. It just builds and builds and builds and builds until Amazon knows that you're the one. And so when anything that comes up in the query of customers looking for your type of product, you're going to get shown. You're going to be number one, and that's where you want to be. because that's where the money's at. You know, no other way to put it. There's nothing wrong. That's where the money's at. It's the number of reviews, and it's reviews trumps price. I'm gonna tell you, Amazon is I don't know how many times I said it. Probably, I don't know. Doesn't make any difference. But Amazon wants nothing more than to have their customers get the best service and product available, and the only way they've got to judge that is by the reviews and the number of sales and the reviews. And so that's what they're going to judge. So somebody puts your keyword in there, and you've got the highest number of reviews and good ratings on your product. That's the product they're going to show, because Amazon wants, one more time, their customers to have nothing more than the best experience possible. So private label site, and when I talked about it already, private label site, what do? You take a wholesale product, a product that's already selling on Amazon, and you find that product, you find out that that's selling good, you make that product better. How? By maybe putting an ebook with it, maybe putting a fancier design on it, or anything. I'm going to tell you, when you're buying over in China and all that, you can do incentives. That's not the word I want to say. You can just do just a couple cents will buy you a much sharper looking packaging or something like that. You want the perceived value of your product to look the best. It's just that simple, and it's really important to your perceived value to look the best. So you find that product, you make that product better, whether it could be from just going to a cellophane bag to a nice line box, which is probably, I'm talking 2-3 cents, maybe something like that. And then you put your own brand on that new product, and then you sell. What can I tell you? And when I'm talking about your brand, go to Fiverr, have a brand. You want a brand that pops. You don't want something just go out and color something in, have your kids color something in and send it into Amazon. That's not what you want, folks. This is it, and we're going to get into that a little bit later. But if this is going to be your brand, that brand could go all over the world. And you want something that pops in China, you want something that pops in Japan, you want something that pops in India, and you want something that pops in the United States. So think about it. Spend some time. You go over to Fiverr, you can get one done for $5, And if you don't like that one, spend another $5, and go till you get what you want. Gosh darn it. It's there for you, but it's so important to do a brand that you're going to be proud of, that they could stick on there. And that's my brand, because if you do and stick with Amazon, Amazon's going to take that brand all over the world for you, because Jeff Bezos wants to be the #1 retailer in the world, and he's going that way. He's getting, matter of fact, well, we're going to cover that later, so I'm going to go into that, but just follow me. And that's what you do with the private label. And man, private label, the neat thing about private label is you're going to get that thing set up, and it's going to take a little more time to get that set up, to put the brand on there, to get the packaging just right, get the shipping just right, so you know that. And then after that first order, it's just automatic. You put in your Amazon Seller Central when you want them to notify you that it's time to reorder. When they notify you, you just click a few buttons, order the product, and before you know it, your product is coming into Amazon, and you're not running out of thing. And that's all you have to do. But like I say, there's a little bit of work that goes into it first, and that's all right. That's okay. That's paying the price. But the nice thing is, when private label, 4 or 5 years down the road, those orders just go automatic, and you don't have a thing to do. You can sit back and relax with them. So that's private label. Now we're going to go on, because that's not the only thing. Now here's another type of selling online, and I'm going to tell you something about it. Your own website. Now you see these ads on television saying that just call us and we'll build you a beautiful looking site. And that could be. You can call and they can build you a beautiful looking site. But look at my next point. And this I really mean, and this is true. Some of the best looking websites have never been seen by human eyes. except of course the people that made it net. But after that, and maybe a few family friends that you direct to the site, they're never seen. Why? Because website selling on a website has nothing to do with the looks of the, well, shoot, I don't want to lead you wrong here when I say you have to have a good looking website. You can't put it up, but I'm going to tell you, if I can put up a good looking website, chances are you can. You know, and I've done it. I used to have over 100 and some websites. I don't anymore because Google has changed things around, and that's what we're going to talk about. It's a website is, you can have the best looking website in the world, but if you don't have the SEO to go with it, to bring people in to look at that website, then you just might as well not have it, because nobody is ever going to see it. And that's what I'm trying to say. So when you go to these ones on television that send, just give us a call and we'll build you this beautiful site. They will. And they're going to tell you, oh, and if you really want to see, we can take you over to all the search engines and all that and introduce you and get you so you can be found. And that's true. They'll do that. But you know what the trouble is? They don't tell you how to get somebody to find you. You know, you'll be indexed in the search engines, which is fine. But if you have no links going to your site, you have no SEO, you have nobody, your site's not going to be seen. So believe me, unless you're willing to spend a lot of money on SEO, and I'm talking about big money too, it's not cheap, a website is not the way to go. Now, this might seem ludicrous because I think 2 or 3 weeks ago, one of the subjects we did on the Hangout was Shopify. And Shopify is a different situation, and we're going to get into that a little bit. So if you got a question, you're saying, well, Terry, you just talked to me about Shopify 2 or 3 weeks ago. Hold on just a minute, a couple more slides. We're going to get into that. And that's a different situation. But like I say, go on your own website. You know what? It's cheap. Your website. What it costs you what, $12 for a site name, and about $6-7 a month to have it hosted on something. But like I say, you know, nobody finds it. It's no good, believe me. And a website is not the way to go unless we're going to talk about Shopify a little bit later. But so let's go on here. That's the worst choice is your own website. And not that if you know SEO and you know what you're doing, then go for it. But most people you don't. And one of the reasons I don't, like I said, I had over 110, it was closer to 120, I believe, but it doesn't make any difference, websites and all that. But Google, they changed the algorithm so many times, and I got so tired of changing it and going with it. It's just, I took them all down, except I still got about, I think, 10 websites, something like that, going that are doing different things. And like, this is one website here. Well, this is the Google Hangout, but private label selling is one of the websites. So what can I tell you? So that's the type of selling online. So what's the secret to selling online? It's association. And once again, this is not something that's new by any means. Back in the medieval times, or actually before that, where people lived in walled cities, they had some people living out, but most of the people lived in a walled city, and they opened those gates to the city in sunup and closed them at sundown. And so you could go in and out during the daytime, but between that, you couldn't. So what happened was sellers back in those days would travel from town to town. So they would travel a lot of times at night because they left one town as sun was going down, or they thought they'd maybe start out, they had a longer way to go, and they'd travel all night, sleep a little bit, and come to the next town and wait in the gates of the city until the gates were open, and then they would go in. Now what happened was they found out that when they were going by themselves, that, you know, maybe there'd be a few people waiting for them and everything like that, but they didn't get that much business. You know, so what did they find out? That if a group of them went, you know, to that town, and they had musicians and acrobats and all that come along, they formed an association. They went in there, that everybody did a lot better and good, because it was like a big occasion when this group came to town. All the people in the town will come out to be part of it. It was festive, and they were selling their goods and their silks and their merchandise, and the magicians were performing, and the king of the town, or whatever it was, he was all happy and all that, and they had a good time because they associated together. But just that one person coming through, they didn't do it. There wasn't the hype, there wasn't the presentation or anything else, so they didn't have the association. So what's the secret to selling online? It's association. You know, it's like, well, let's click it on, maybe, huh? Association, a group of like-minded people coming together to promote their common cause. You know, you can see them down there. They're all promoting it. What is that? That's could be Shopify, could be Amazon, could be eBay. You know, could be any of those. And it's association. There they are. They're all together because they have the one purpose, to bring their goods and services to be part of the group. You understand what I'm saying? Because the person that goes to look at her red dresses, you know, is maybe he's got a husband that needs a new suit, or whatever they call, or whatever they're selling. You understand what I'm saying? So let's go on. So such as, and I use the example, Shopify, eBay, and Amazon. Shopify is what, 250-some-thousand shops or stores that are put on. They're a group of it. And so when you go to Shopify, then you can find just about anything you want, and they're all good stores. The better ones anyway. I'm saying there's some bad ones like anything else, but like the bad Amazon listing or eBay listing or something. But most of the things are good retailers. They're going together because they know that when you come to their neighbor's store, you're going to want to go and check this. The same way in a mall. You know, in a mall, the reason they're all together, they do twice as good as they could possibly do in a freestanding unit. That's the reason the mall, and they all come together in the mall, and you can buy a food court and all this kind of stuff. You go because you make a day of it, and you go walking up and down the mall, shopping and everything. And so you're a lot better chance of selling something if you're in that mall walk where they walk by and look in your window and see the mannequins or see whatever you've got out in front and say, hey, man, I've been looking for that. And so they're going to come in and they're going to buy it. That's what it's all about. It's association. Folks, it's association. So what's wrong with association now? Nothing, except it's going to a different realm, because so much with terrorists. One thing, terrorists know where do they want to go and perform the thing, where all the people are. And so that's malls. That's one of the places why the malls have been in so many of the shootings you see and everything like that. So because of that, the malls are starting to empty out. If you go down and look at the malls now, they're not full anymore like they used to be, and chances are they never will be. If you got stock in a shopping mall, I would sell it. What can I say? Because people are going on Amazon. It was online. It was just Amazon is set. I don't know if you are aware of this or not. Macy's has been the number one retailer in the world. Say they sell the most goods in it, and Amazon has taken that over. You know, or going to this year. They're going to that. Jeff Bezos has promised that he's going to be within a day of anybody in the United States, and he is. And I went on Google today. Amazon is growing so fast that Google's not keeping up. I went on to find out the exact number. I know the newest Amazon warehouse is in the state of Washington somewhere. It makes them 4 for the state of Washington, 4 warehouses. And so Amazon has got it down. So they're within 24 hours anyway. Another one, I order a product from Amazon, they were going to be able to deliver it within 24 hours. And that's what Amazon wants. And that's what Jeff Bezos is doing. And that's where he's going. And so that's why you need Amazon. But I'm going ahead. If you want to grow your brand, you go with Amazon. Why? As I just told you, Amazon, soon to be the biggest retailer in the world. I got word. Boy, was really sharp today. Next day, everyone. In other words, they're going to, any person in the United States, you order something from Amazon today, you're going to get it tomorrow. It's just that simple. And that's what they've got it set up for. You know, before they had warehouses in just the key states or something like that. Now they've got 3 to 4 warehouses in every state. And I forgot to look at Florida tonight. I know we've got at least 3, if not 4 warehouses, where 2 years ago we didn't have any warehouses. You know, the closest one was, well, I won't even get into that. In North Carolina, I don't know. We'll see. But doesn't make any difference anyway, what we're talking about. So, but the neat thing about it is with Amazon there, will take you and your branded worldwide with no cost to you. That's the reason I keep saying I did a whole hangout on that 2-3 weeks ago, and people don't realize that they have got the world by the tail. Do you imagine what JCPenney or Coke would have given years ago to get their product known worldwide? The chance you're getting with Amazon, they would pay fantastic. It costs them millions and billions of dollars to get known worldwide to where everybody knows about Coke, you know. And here you are, your little product. If you play, I say the Amazon game, and I don't mean it to. It's not really a game; it's a business. But if you stretch and you go with Amazon, and every time they go into a new market, you go into a new market. Man, I'm going to tell you, you are going to reap the benefits. Something terrible. It's just that simple. It's just that simple. So, wow, it's getting, I didn't realize I'm really getting it. You know, I didn't realize it was getting that late. I just looked at the clock. So, but that's what it's all about, folks. And like I say, I've did a couple hangouts already on this subject with Amazon, and they're going on. But you need to get on board. You've got the chance of a lifetime, a chance that, like I say, any of the big companies like Coke, Kentucky Fried Chicken, any of those international brands and everything, they would have given their eye teeth to have the opportunity you've got, because you've got an opportunity of a lifetime. And if you don't see it, I'm sorry. I'm not telling it to you right, because it's just fantastic, the opportunity. And all you do is got to get on the Amazon bandwagon and just let them take your product to the 4 corners of the earth. And have them help you get your product known in the 4 corners of the earth, because they're going to, you know, we're getting to be an interchangeable society and all that. We are. And what, you know, it's not going to be long that what sells in Bangladesh is going to sell in Chicago, New York City, or someplace like that. And that kind of seems far-fetched now, but it's not. And it's within a few years because of global commerce. And the way we're going, you know. So with that being said, I think this is my last slide. It is. And so with that being said, I'm going to go over here, and we're going to go back to the beach, I guess. I hope that works. Like I said, I apologize about this, and it's not. So let's go try the boat. Shoot. Doesn't look like it. Yeah, the boat is going here. So we're on the boat. We're going to swing it around here, the bow, and we're going to open it up. I didn't have the, I'm going to put the chat box up there. And if you want to chat, why, come on, you can ask me a question. We've still got a few minutes left. I'll be glad to answer any questions, or if anything else. If you've got something that you want to share, something like that, send me here, and I'll send you a link to get you on the program. So, welcome. So what can I say? That's what we're trying to selling products online. I know that's to you that's been doing this a while. It's a kind of a broad topic and a vague, not so vague, but there's so many ways to skin a cat, you know, that you could that are out there and that are open to you. You know, the arbitrage you can do, but the cherry on the top is private label selling, because like I say, the neat thing about private label selling is that once you get it done, it's set for good, and you get that product up there, get it selling on Amazon, and you get it, and nobody's going to be able to knock you off if you do it the way we tell you. It's just going to be impossible, and you're going to be good for till that product goes out of vogue. Sometimes it can be over 10 years. You know, the products are still selling. What can I tell you? You know, innovation comes along and everything, and we've got to be cognizant of that and everything. But what can I say? So with that being said, we've got some time here. If anybody would like to ask me some questions, we will go to the questions, and you can put it in there now. If not, why, I'm going to talk a few more minutes, and then we are going to sign up, and I'm going to say good night. What can I tell you? You know, the neat thing about it, and you know, with a lot of other broadcasters like me, that we do these broadcasts and we try to really go to the time and pick out a time and everybody you know can come and join you and everything. And then you send out this link, and you do your broadcast, and sometimes there's hardly anybody watching. But then the thing is, by the end of the week comes, the next week you've had 100, 150, 200 viewers. You know, I've got a couple videos out there now that are over 2,000 viewers, and they're only, what, 4,000? I mean, 4,000. 4 months old, something like that, when you get some of these topics, so you never can tell. So we've got a few viewers here tonight, not a lot. It's coming into the summer season, and I just don't know what we're going to do. We're going to keep it up, but I don't know if I'm going to, I honestly, and I've mentioned this before on some of the broadcasts about whether maybe I can go to a Thursday afternoon or some other afternoon. I know a lot of people do a 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Well, we've got a little problem here, or I've got a little problem here, not anybody else, because I don't know if I told you this or not, my wife's mother lives with us. She's 94, and so she doesn't like moving her dinner hour around and everything. And, you know, I'm getting the age, sometimes I don't like it either. So what can I tell you? So if I do like that, if you do one that's 4 or 5 o'clock, you know, then you miss out some of California, and so it's kind of a can of worms. And anybody that's got any suggestions, I would love to hear them, because I don't dislike Thursday night. Got nothing wrong with it. But if I had my druthers, I'd rather do it Thursday afternoon or something, so I could sit back and you know, take a shower and relax and watch a little television and all that good stuff. You know what I'm talking about. I'll say, no problem doing what I'm doing. I'm just looking if there's a better way, or somebody's got a better situation or a thing that they would work better. Why, send me an email. Tell me about it. Share the good stuff with me, because I would like that. So without that being said, I think I'm going to sign off, because we're getting down there, and it's about that time. And I just really appreciate you. I want you to know that I think spending time with me tonight or on the rebroadcast, I appreciate you, no matter whether you're watching it 2 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, or when you're watching it in your PJs, or I don't know, with a drink at night. So what can I tell you? Anyway, I appreciate you. I especially enjoy you spending time with me. And with that being said, I'm going to see you next